Hi guys, Skafer Games here. It's Tony, and I've got another Dark Souls PvP video for you. Now, I'm just going to say this in advance. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what I'm about to unleash on the Dark Souls community. This build is horrible. It's too good. Unless you've got a skilled player that's just going to roll backstab you or whatever, but that's just come down to straight skill. Like, you've got two players that are good at the game, the better skilled one is going to win. This build, it doesn't require any skill, it doesn't require any fun. No fun allowed, no fun for them, no fun for you, no skill for anyone. So guys, I'm sorry. I'm truly sorry. However, I feel that people needed to see this. I set out on a quest. I thought, what's the most broken build I can make? What is the most rage-inducing, shittiest, cheapest build I can possibly make? And this is what I came up with. And it's pretty good. Like, the times I've died, like, people just were like actually being more of a dick than I was, where I was like, put my buffs on and stuff, and normally if you're in the burg, people, you know, you let each other do that, but that didn't happen. Then they just run and just backstab me in some crazy hornet ring shit. Otherwise people were healing in battle, which I don't blame them, but I don't do that, so whatever. So that's, and then like people again, just generally just better players than me roll backstabbing. But you know, if you're playing a giant dad build, people that are better players than you are just gonna win hands down regardless. And the same kind of concept applies here, except that this requires literally no skill whatsoever. Yeah, that's just horrible. So I mean, you can probably see by now what it involves, but I'm quite happy that I get to use the stone greatsword for once. It's just it's a weapon that I really like. So basically, you just use the stone greatsword and you just run up to them, and then you just Wrath of the Gods and double stack it. So that means new game plus, bitches. But still, it's that level 120. As much armour as you can put on, as much poise as you can get, so you can just Wrath of the Gods through their attacks. And I think the best bit is the fact that when you use the stone greatsword's slow effect, unlike TWOP, it doesn't show you the radius of effect. So people think that it's only if you get caught in the initial blast, or at least that's what people's playstyles seem to be like, where they sort of back off. But they don't back off like when you use TWOP. They back off and they're like, oh, there's nothing there, that's fine. And then you get up close to them, and then they must be like, oh fuck. So a point to make is the stone greatsword is not that great otherwise, or maybe it's just because I'm so slow, and the stone greatsword's attacks are pretty slow but relatively powerful. But because they're so slow, I could just use Wrath of the Gods and win, like right there and then. So I don't know if this build highlights like the ingenuity of the Dark Souls character creator, or the unbelievable broken bullshitness of the Dark Souls character creator. So normally Wrath of the Gods doesn't really do much damage. It does some damage, as you probably noticed, but to make up for that, I'm using Power Within, as well as Ring of the Sun's Firstborn, as well as 50 Faith, as well as the Dark Moon Talisman. So, you know, you've got all that. Plus, if you're near a resonance sign, you're probably going to one-hit kill someone. Shield-wise, there's actually a reason why I'm using the Crest Shield. For one, I needed a low-weight shield, and something that, you know, in the testing stage where the build wasn't fully made yet, like spell spammers could easily like get you just by bang dark bead, and because you're so slow you can't dodge it. So that was a big issue. So using the Crest Shield with its glorious 80 magic defense, that sort of counteracted that problem, so it means that you could actually just like tank through people's spells and then just Wrath of the Gods when they died. Normally casters have either no health or no armour, so that kind of worked in my favour, really. Actually, the Stone Greatsword is really good for one thing, in this running attack right here. I've not really used it much, it's kind of more in the testing phase or whatever, but because you can do the running attack past their guard if someone's turtling, you know, you can do that and it is quite good. So it's definitely good in that sense. Items, you don't need items, just doesn't need anything. It's pretty self-sufficient. So this is, I was going to get a lot of footage for this, but I figured that it really didn't need very much description or very much footage or really anything. This is the last one of me winning anyway. There's a cool fight at the end which I wanted to show you, but so this is how you deal with these kind of people. In fact, this is your easiest matchup because you've got a lot of armour, and if you can get behind them in Wrath of the Gods, that's really good. But normally when people do this kind of build, they attack really slowly, and that was his downfall with the Black Knight Great Axe, because as you'll see, he attacks with it and I'm like, oh fuck, need to get out of there, but he just left himself open and then I kill him. So, and I thought he was going to kill me as well. I was like, oh, it could be an issue, but it wasn't an issue because the build is fucking shit and broken and crap and not fun, and I did not enjoy myself. I enjoyed myself a little bit, but not much. So this was a pretty cool fight. I should probably have won this. I would probably have won more matches if I was actually good at the game, or good at the PvP. I mean, we know I'm good at the game, that doesn't require anything. But yeah, so I mean, hit him there, and I just really like getting people in the lock thing, and then they try to roll away and it leaves them completely open. But then this build actually has a huge weakness to the same tactic. People using Wrath of the Gods, you can't roll away. So that's the biggest issue. So what I should have done is ran away there and then just ran up and hit him, but yeah, oh well. Okay, so here's the build sheet, just for anyone that wants to know. So the stats are 44 vit, you're keeping it at level 120, never want to go any higher than that, but normally I like level 100, as you know, but I just went a bit higher this time. Kind of because I needed to go higher just to cram in all the stats. But so yeah, 44 vit, 14 attunement, 25 endurance, which is just enough to hold all your equipment, 40 strength, so you can wield the Stone Greatsword. 50 strength literally only puts 3 more points of strength into the Stone Greatsword, like points of damage, so 40 strength is completely fine. You need 10 dex to use it as well, and then 50 faith. And then you've got the Crown of Dusk and all that as well. So, plus using the Wolf Ring for extra poise, because Havel's does give a lot, but you know, you want more poise is just more better, really, as we all know. Okay, so that's this video. I apologise again. Try it out. Like, I'd love to go against someone using it, but I'd say that this is Giant Dad point 2, really. Like, I mean, yeah, Giant Dad is great and stuff, but you can parry as Wayhander. You can't parry Wrath of the Gods.